So I am in the, oh, he wanted me to pick him up here. So here's the parking lot. So let's see, oh, maybe that's him right over there. Just a sec. Oh yeah. Yeah, here he is. There's the man right there. There's our first guy. Did he bring notes? You're not supposed to bring notes. Come on in. Oh, hey, Shane.
Hi there. You must be the guy from U-Ride?
Yeah, it's me.
Now,
I'm a little late. You didn't expect me to be on time, did you?
Well, yeah.
I'm 10 minutes. How you doing?
Fine.
Nice
I
to
want
see
to know if it's going to be a flat rate or by the
No.
kilometer.
Hey, look, we got the company gas card. We're good. Buckle up for... Did you bring notes?
No, I didn't bring notes.
You brought notes.
Only because we have an itinerary. I don't want you to get lost.
We got GPS. All right.
But-
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah.
I bet you're wondering, why on earth are we meeting at
now,
the...
first, full disclosure, you and I used to work together.
Yep.
Like 20 years ago.
Maybe longer, but maybe 20.
No, 18.
Okay.
At CBC.
That's right.
And so that was a long time ago. And then I left there because I wanted to play music.
Because you had the best voice in radio.
Oh, please. Anyway, so I'm picking you up at the City of Thunder Bay Atlantic Avenue Water Pollution Control Plant. Is this your new job? Congratulations. I thought you were retired.
Well, I'm hoping to actually have some influence over what is done here. But I'm really here because of the history and the mystery. There's a great story about this that really influenced me a lot.
Okay.
About pushing for mayorship.
Okay, so now this is your second time around. So just so we can get a shot of the plant here.
Yeah.
This is your second time around. The first time you ran for mayor 4 years ago, this was sort of a big deal at that time.
Well, that's right. I want to talk about the history. In 2012, people may recall or may not, huge storm.
Yeah. Devastated this whole area.
This whole thing.
Yeah.
And what happened was, it cost $60 million to repair.
Right.
The pumps were inundated with water.
Because it filled with water, and then the sewage, the raw sewage, ended up in everybody's houses here.
And the result of all of this informed my decision, my choice of my campaign slogan, which is, I will pay attention, because City Council did not pay attention.
Okay.
I'll tell you what happened.
Give me the story.
In 2012, when the plant went down, the city at that point in time was just going gangs afloat to get the event center going. $4 million project. City administration was wrapped up in it.
Sure.
And then this happened at the sewage treatment plant.
Right.
What happened was they let the insurance company do the repairs.
The repairs on the pumps.
On the pumps.
Okay.
It was a $60 million job. And what happened was, after the work was done, the insurance company turned around and told the city, we're only paying half. Yikes.
Wait, was that in what now? No, seriously, was that in the news? Did that make the news?
Oh, yes, you could.
Okay.
There was a news release put out.
Okay, so we're only paying half, so we're on the hook for I'm on the hook for the other half.
Slow down, because I got a bit more of a
Okay,
story
well,
here.
we'll go back over there, Shane. Don't worry, we got lots of time.
Go around in the circle.
Sure, we'll just keep driving.
So what happened was they left it to the insurance company because they were all wrapped up, in my view, in trying to get the event center going.
And I that whole time, especially just before the election, that whole time of the event center, it just felt like there was, 90% of the city knew we weren't getting the funding, and the other 10% were on council thinking that we were. And then we spent all that money in applications and processes for nothing.
Well, in the end, that turned out to be the case. But worse, our attention was diverted from this big project.
Right.
We left it to the insurance company. They did the work, had it all done, $60 million, turned around and said, we're only paying half. Wait, what?
But why?
So
what was the reason for that?
Well, I haven't seen the response of the insurance company, but I've seen the court filings by the city.
Oh.
What the city did was left the whole job to the insurance company and was caught aback when they discovered they're only going to pay half.
Well, I guess.
And the city launches a lawsuit.
Right.
Suing for $30 million and admits in the court filings, you know what? We didn't hire anybody to watch the insurance company, so there's no real paper trail that we have.
How is that even possible?
It's in the law.
How do you know this, though?
I went to the courthouse. I was the only guy. None of the media went to the courthouse and got the court the application by the city in the lawsuit. And it says right in there, we don't have much of a paper trail, and they're going to have to throw ourselves on the mercy of the court. Here's the real fallout of it. We're suing the city. We're suing our insurance company, our own insurance company, for $30 million. Our accountants have said, you know what? The likelihood of winning that lawsuit are in doubt. You're going to have to de-recognize $24 million of that. That means, in essence, write it off.
Where does that come from?
It's in the law. Well, it's actually in the city's financial papers, the 2016 financial statement. So we've written off $24 million. But the contractors got paid to repair this.
Everybody got paid.
Big mystery. Yeah. Where did we come up with $24 million if the insurance company didn't pay it off?
So what's your theory?
My theory is that we have put off other work that should be done. Let's get driving. I'll tell you about all of that.
Okay.
I've got another part of this.
Do you have any time for my questions, Shane? Or you?
Yeah, no. Okay. But you asked the question. What about the $300 million lawsuit that all the people in the East End here have launched as a class action against the city?
Where is that? I don't know where that is.
Well, I kind of know where it is.
The mayor gets one vote.
Yeah.
The same as all the other councillors.
You bet.
Why take the mayor's route? Why not go at large or in your ward?
Oh, well, you're a communications guy.
Sort of.
How many at-large councillors are you going to drive around with?
None, because there's 27 of them.
Exactly.
There's too many.
Let's go over the Pacific Avenue.
We get the bridge. Well, it says do not enter, Shane. Like, enough. You know what? Let me handle the driving.
You are the U-Ride guy.
Yeah, you handle the politicianing. So, but why wouldn't you? Why? Do you think your odds are less?
No. It's the bully pulpit. It's the ability to get media attention to make your case. I have a very specific case that I want to make.
Okay.
And in the first instance, when I ran last time, it was about running because city council, even though some mayoralty candidates said they were going to hold a plebiscite on the event center, they didn't do it.
Right.
So I wanted, in the first instance, to give people a chance. Let me finish.
Yeah.
I would be their plebiscite.
Right.
So you spend $4,000 on signs saying "Vote Shane Judge for mayor."
Right.
You're kind of locked in.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm enough of a cheap Irishman to say, why would I run at large with a couple hundred signs saying "Run for Shane Judge at mayor"?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, I've spent the last 4 years prepping for this run.
Okay, now let's go back 4 years. A lot of people would say that in the mayor's race, you were the spoiler. You split the vote. About 9,000 you got?
9,500.
Oh, sorry.
My friends tell me Kenny Boshkoff split the vote because he was on both sides of the event center.
Okay.
And
well, let's not relive that entire campaign again.
Wanted to relive
All I'm saying is that you got a good chunk of the vote last time. So
that's my base.
How confident are you? You say you have a base now. So, but how confident are you going into this one?
I'm really confident. I think that there is an appetite. And I know that because I've knocked on 10,000 doors in Thunder.
Come on.
10,000.
Come on, Shane.
10,000 doors I've knocked on. I've been going since the beginning of July.
Wow.
And I will tell you that people are fed up with the high taxes and the bad roads. They want change.
As we hit one of the worst roads in the city.
We're going to hit Balmoral, and we can talk about that then.
That is all. Don't even get me started.
But right now we're headed over to Port Arthur Stadium.
Yeah, we're almost there. But let's keep talking about this campaign now. So
you bet.
You're going 10,000 doors. I always want to ask people that are going to doors. How many people open the door and say, "I want nothing to do with you"?
1 in 100.
Come on.
1 in 100.
Come on, Shane.
Yep. No, honestly, 1 in 100.
Wow. Do you get nervous knocking?
No, actually, believe it or not, John, I'm an introvert.
That's a part of being in radio.
Well, you have to push past that.
Yeah.
It's big crowds that...
what about the rejection?
You can do it. Well, you just go, there's got to be a reason for that. And you'd like to know the answer, but often, sorry, I'm not buying, or get off my doorstep.
Yeah, and who are you? What election?
No, not what election. I actually have pretty high recognition. Oh, I know you, Mr. Judge. I've read your letters to the editor.
How many people are challenging you at the door?
Challenging?
pushing back a little?
No, not many, because I tell you, if I get 30 seconds with people, they go, "You're right, Mr. Judge. Our roads are terrible, our taxes are high, and that's why we've had very little outside investment in the community. I'm buying your position."
But Shane, that's where I'm going to challenge you here a little bit, because it's part of this process. You're still only one vote around that table. So, yeah, my taxes are way too high. And don't even get me started on the roads, because I take the worst roads to work every single morning.
That's why I drive a truck.
But that's why I drive a truck.
You bet.
But what can you do, though? What can you, one guy, Shane Judge, do that's going to make a difference?
Well, my platform is pretty clear.
But you only have one vote, so yes. You got to get these people together.
Well, the fact of the matter is, everybody says, and everybody in their campaign literature says, I'm believe in fiscal responsibility. I want the city to manage its money well.
Okay.
They also agree taxes are too high.
Right.
I am the one guy who's being very specific about how I'm going to fix that. I'm the one guy who's offered an alternative that people can follow. That is, reduce the size of council, get rid of the ward system. That's how we're going to start to save money. End on an up note on that. We're at the beginning of the beginning. Mm-hmm. I say 3 generations, it's all going to be fine, folks. We're going to do well.
It's a long time.
It's long. I will tell you, I started 4 years ago with a speaker series through my church, Trinity United. Right relations with First Nations. Mm-hmm. I brought in Lakehead University anthropologist, historian, a professor from the University of Western Ontario, talking about why we even have treaties. It was a fascinating answer. In Southern Ontario, the Brits were worried that the Algonquins were so strong they were going to kick them off the continent. It was the Brits who went to the First Nations and said, "Let's make a treaty." In their immense generosity, the First Nations said, "We agree. We will agree to share the land." That's the thing that should inform every decision we make. There was an agreement to share the land,
right.
And we've been less than honest brokers over time. So, 3 generations, in my view, helping the people who've arrived here first, the first immigrants, if you will, in the urban setting.
Right.
3 generations, we're going to be fine, John.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. This has been fascinating.
Lots to learn.
My head is like... listen, I wish you the best of luck. If I can say one thing about you and what I've known about you for a long time, is that you're very passionate about this, and that is, I think, something that we need. And we need to get excited about this stuff. But the bigger thing to me is we need to get people paying attention, and that's what this was designed to do, and that's what
John,
this was for.
Have folks read the last little bit. I will pay attention.
Oh, pay attention. Pay attention. I thought you were going to use the chart again.
No, forget the chart for now. I will pay attention.
Listen, you had a great run on the last one, and I think that you got a lot of people's attention. You ask a lot of questions, and I think you're doing great.
Okay, thank you. Listen, what do I owe you, or where do I send the bill?
Company's paying. We're good. Shane, get out of my car. I'm late now for the next one.
Sorry. See ya.
And don't bug any city workers on the way out of the plant.
But I got to tell you, you should never stop where the guy gets out in a puddle.
Well, I'll put my coat down.
Bad form.
Get it. I'm not doing it for a living. Get out of here. Thanks, Shane. Thanks. See you later.